On a cloudy Thanksgiving Eve in 1971, a man using the name Dan Cooper boarded a Boeing 727, forever etching his name in American history. His daring skyjacking remains the only unsolved case of its kind in American aviation history. Cooper's audacious act left an indelible mark on popular culture, inspiring movies, books, and music. The unsolved skyjacking stands as a testament to the human capacity for both ingenuity and daring. November 24, 1971, dawned like any other day, with Northwest Orient Airlines Flight 305 preparing for a short hop to Seattle. Among the 36 passengers was a man who had purchased his ticket under the name Dan Cooper. Dan Cooper, seated in the rear of the aircraft, blended into the background noise of the cabin. Beneath his calm exterior, a plan was unfolding that would soon thrust him into the national spotlight. The note's message sent a jolt of fear through Tina Mucklow, who showed it to the pilot. Cooper's demands were straightforward: $200,000 in unmarked bills, 4 parachutes, and a refueling truck in Seattle. As negotiations continued, the Boeing 727 circled Seattle-Tacoma Airport. After hours of tense negotiations, Cooper's demands were met, and the passengers and most of the crew were released unharmed. As the Boeing 727 droned through the night sky, Cooper made final preparations for his daring escape. With a parachute strapped to his back and the ransom money secured, Cooper stepped into the night. The initial search for Cooper was hampered by challenging terrain and poor weather conditions. Despite their tireless efforts, the trail remained frustratingly cold. In 1980, a young boy found a decomposed package containing money from the ransom on the banks of the Columbia River. The discovery sparked speculation but ultimately led to a dead end. Over the years, the FBI investigated hundreds of potential suspects in the Cooper case. Despite officially closing the case in 2016, the FBI continues to receive tips and leads from the public. One of the most perplexing aspects of the Cooper case revolves around the parachutes. The parachute paradox remains a central puzzle, sparking debate and fueling speculation. The conditions under which D.B. Cooper jumped from the Boeing 727 were far from ideal. It was a moonless night, the terrain below was rugged and heavily forested, and the weather was less than cooperative. A cold rain was falling, reducing visibility and making the already challenging task of landing a parachute even more treacherous. Cooper, whether a seasoned skydiver or a desperate gambler, was taking a monumental risk. The odds of surviving a jump under such conditions were slim, even for the most experienced parachutist. This begs the question: did Cooper fully comprehend the risks involved, or was he driven by a sense of desperation, a belief that he had nothing left to lose? Some experts have theorized that Cooper may have misjudged the wind conditions, the terrain, or even his own abilities, leading to a fatal landing in the unforgiving wilderness. The dense forests of the Pacific Northwest could easily conceal a body, especially after decades of decomposition and the relentless forces of nature. Others believe that Cooper, far from being a victim of circumstance, meticulously planned his escape, choosing a time and location that would maximize his chances of survival. They point to his specific demands, his insistence on certain types of parachutes, and his apparent knowledge of the local terrain as evidence of careful premeditation. Whether Cooper's jump was a calculated risk or a fatal miscalculation remains a subject of intense debate. The lack of a definitive answer only adds to the allure of the case, reminding us that some mysteries may never be fully solved. The enduring fascination with D.B. Cooper stems in part from the conflicting narratives surrounding his persona. Was he a criminal mastermind, a brilliant strategist who meticulously planned and executed a flawless heist? Or was he a desperate gambler, driven by circumstance or delusion, who made a series of lucky guesses that ultimately allowed him to vanish into thin air? Those who subscribe to the mastermind theory point to Cooper's calm demeanor, his specific demands, and his apparent knowledge of aviation and skydiving as evidence of a carefully crafted plan. They believe that Cooper meticulously studied flight routes, researched parachute types, and may have even conducted reconnaissance of the area where he intended to jump. Conversely, those who believe Cooper was a lucky fool argue that his success was more a product of chance than skill. They point to the inherent risks involved in his plan, the unpredictable nature of the elements, and the lack of any concrete evidence linking him to a larger criminal enterprise. In their view, Cooper was a desperate man who took a gamble, and against all odds, got away with it. The truth, as is often the case, likely lies somewhere in between these two extremes. Cooper may have possessed a certain degree of planning and foresight, but he also benefited from a fair share of luck, capitalizing on unforeseen circumstances and the limitations of the technology and investigative techniques of the time. The D.B. Cooper case, despite the passage of time and the tireless efforts of law enforcement and amateur sleuths alike, remains an unsolvable riddle, a testament to the enduring power of mystery. It's a story that has captured the public imagination, inspiring countless books, movies, and documentaries, each attempting to unravel the enigma of the man who vanished into the clouds. The case endures not only because of the daring nature of the crime, but also because of the lack of a definitive conclusion. The absence of answers allows our imaginations to run wild, to fill in the blanks with our own theories and interpretations. Did D.B. Cooper survive the jump, melting back into society with a new identity and a secret he would carry to his grave? Or did he meet a more tragic end, his body swallowed by the vast wilderness, his true identity lost to time? The beauty of the D.B. Cooper case lies in its unsolvability. It's a story that reminds us that some questions simply don't have answers, that some mysteries are destined to remain unsolved. And perhaps in a world increasingly obsessed with instant gratification and definitive conclusions, there's a certain comfort in knowing that some enigmas will forever elude our grasp, continuing to fascinate and inspire future generations. The D.B. Cooper case didn't just fade into obscurity like many unsolved crimes. It gripped the American consciousness, sparking an unprecedented level of public fascination. People were captivated by the audacity of the crime, the mystery surrounding Cooper's identity, and the tantalizing possibility that he had gotten away with it. Newspapers ran daily stories on the case, tracking every lead, every theory, every dead end. The public devoured every detail, eager for any scrap of information that might shed light on the mystery. The lack of a resolution only fueled their curiosity, turning D.B. Cooper into a modern-day folk hero, a symbol of daring and ingenuity. Cooper's story resonated with the anxieties and uncertainties of the time. The Vietnam War was raging, the Watergate scandal was brewing, and a sense of disillusionment with authority was growing. Cooper, with his defiance of the system and his seemingly effortless escape, became an unlikely anti-hero for some, a symbol of individual rebellion against an increasingly complex and unpredictable world. The case also tapped into a primal fascination with the unknown. The image of Cooper disappearing into the night sky, his fate uncertain, captured the imagination. People projected their own hopes, fears, and fantasies onto the mystery, creating a mythology around D.B. Cooper that extended far beyond the facts of the case. The D.B. Cooper case quickly transcended the realm of true crime, becoming a cultural touchstone that infiltrated movies, books, music, and even everyday conversations. The mystery provided fertile ground for storytellers, inspiring countless works of fiction and non-fiction that explored the many facets of the case and the enduring allure of the unknown. Hollywood, always drawn to captivating stories, wasted no time in turning the Cooper hijacking into compelling cinema. Movies like The Pursuit of D.B. Cooper and Without a Paddle offered fictionalized accounts of the case, weaving intricate plots around the mystery of Cooper's identity and his ultimate fate. These films, while taking creative liberties with the facts, captured the public's imagination, further cementing D.B. Cooper's place in American folklore. The case also spawned a cottage industry of books, documentaries, and television specials, each offering new perspectives, theories, and potential leads. Authors meticulously researched the case, interviewing witnesses, analyzing evidence, and even retracing Cooper's potential escape routes. These works, ranging from serious investigative journalism to sensationalized accounts, fueled public fascination, keeping the legend of D.B. Cooper alive. Even musicians found inspiration in the Cooper case, with songs like Chuck Berry's The Ballad of D.B. Cooper and Todd Snider's D.B. Cooper capturing the daring spirit and enduring mystery of the skyjacking. These songs, with their catchy melodies and intriguing lyrics, introduced the case to new generations, ensuring that the legend of D.B. Cooper would live on. The impact of the D.B. Cooper case extended far beyond the silver screen and the printed page. It seeped into everyday conversations, inspiring countless debates at dinner tables, bars, and coffee shops across the country. People, fascinated by the mystery, shared their own theories, analyzed the evidence, and debated Cooper's motives and ultimate fate. The case became a shared cultural experience, a topic that could unite strangers and spark lively discussions. It transcended age, gender, and social status, captivating people from all walks of life. Everyone, it seemed, had an opinion on D.B. Cooper, whether they believed he was a criminal mastermind, a folk hero, or simply a lucky fool. The Cooper case also had a lasting impact on aviation security. In the wake of the hijacking, airports across the country implemented stricter security measures, including metal detectors, baggage screening, and increased vigilance from law enforcement. The case served as a stark reminder of the vulnerabilities of air travel and the need for enhanced security protocols to protect passengers and crew. The legacy of D.B. Cooper extends beyond the realm of crime and punishment. His story, shrouded in mystery and steeped in speculation, continues to resonate with the human spirit, reminding us of the power of the unknown and the enduring allure of a good mystery. It's a tale that will undoubtedly continue to be told and retold for generations to come, ensuring that the legend of the man who jumped from a plane with a bag of money lives on. The D.B. Cooper case, despite being the subject of countless investigations, documentaries, and amateur sleuthing expeditions, remains stubbornly unsolved. The passage of time has done little to diminish the mystery, and the lack of a definitive conclusion continues to fascinate and frustrate those who seek to unravel its secrets. Did D.B. Cooper, with his meticulous planning and daring escape, outwit the authorities and disappear into the annals of history, living out his days under an assumed identity? Or did the elements conspire against him, the unforgiving wilderness of the Pacific Northwest claiming him as another victim, his remains lost amidst the towering trees and rugged terrain? The discovery of a portion of the ransom money in 1980 provided a tantalizing clue, suggesting that Cooper may have survived the jump, only to meet an unknown fate later. But this discovery raised more questions than it answered, adding another layer of complexity to an already perplexing case. What happened to Cooper after he landed? Did he have accomplices? And why was only a fraction of the money ever found? Despite the efforts of seasoned investigators and armchair detectives alike, the D.B. Cooper case remains a puzzle with missing pieces, a story without an ending. The lack of a definitive answer only adds to its mystique, ensuring that the legend of the man who jumped from a plane with a bag of money will continue to intrigue and inspire for years to come. The D.B. Cooper case, though officially closed by the FBI, continues to cast a long shadow over American culture. It's a story that has transcended the realm of true crime, becoming a cultural phenomenon, a cautionary tale, and a testament to the enduring power of mystery. Cooper's audacious act exposed vulnerabilities in aviation security, leading to significant changes in airport protocols and passenger screening procedures. The case served as a wake-up call, forcing authorities to confront the potential for similar acts of air piracy and to implement measures to prevent such incidents from occurring in the future. Beyond its impact on aviation security, the D.B. Cooper case has left an indelible mark on popular culture. The mystery has inspired countless books, movies, songs, and works of art, each offering a unique interpretation of the events and the man at the center of it all. The case also serves as a reminder that some mysteries may never be solved, that some questions may never have definitive answers. In a world obsessed with instant gratification and easy solutions, the enduring enigma of D.B. Cooper offers a refreshing dose of ambiguity. reminding us that the unknown can be both intriguing and humbling. D.B. Cooper, the man who hijacked a plane and vanished into the night, remains an enigma, a ghost story for the modern age. His legend, passed down through generations, serves as a testament to the power of mystery and the enduring allure of the unknown. And perhaps in the end, that's the greatest legacy of D.B. Cooper, a reminder that some stories are destined to remain unfinished, their secrets forever hidden in the clouds.